This is the text of Ivan Semesiuk, Ukrainian artist, writer, and musician. He addresses the people of the democratic world, so Russians can never deceive you again. Russia is an empty entity. It has no core of its own. All of its essences are stolen. The Ukrainian nation is the victim and the witness of this epochal robbery that you didn't even know about. After all, it is from Ukraine that Russia stole its most cherished essence, which is now used to justify its bloody existence on the European continent. Russia stole our Middle Ages, our Golden Age. Russia appropriated that history and presented it to the world as its own. Russia stole our Middle Age so that the old European nations would perceive Russia not as a foreign stranger, but as something worthy of attention and respect. This war is far from the first attempt to eliminate the witnesses of the theft. This war was meant to be the complete destruction of Ukraine, not only as a state, as a nation, as people, but as an enormous historical tradition in space and time. Russians are eager to erase the very memory of us so that no one is left to hold Russia accountable. But us Ukrainians will settle this account. Russia presents itself as a millennial project, calling itself historical Rus, despite never having held that title even for a moment. The real name of the monster you know as Russia is Moscovia. Russia is just the Greek form of our medieval name Rus or Kievan Rus. In the early 18th century, under the guise of the name Russian Empire, Muscovites entered the European historical arena, having forcibly annexed Ukrainian ethnic lands on the left bank of the Dnipro River, as well as Kiev. They entered brazenly, as if they had always been in the arena. Here's what you need to know. Ruthenia is the Latin spelling of the name of the medieval European state of Rus. Precisely under this name, our country became one of the most important and, at one time, one of the largest, most powerful subjects of the European historical civilizing process. In Moscow stands a pretentious monument erected at Putin's request to our knyaz, what you'd call a king, Volodymyr, who Russians call Vladimir. Knyaz Volodymyr baptized the first state of the Ukrainian tradition Rus, Kievan Rus, with its capital in Kiev, a city which these pretenders consider their own, while at the same time they shell it with artillery, missiles, and aerial bombs. Just to be clear here, who does that with one's own historical memory? Russian history, written by generations of propagandists, is full of a multitude of figures, personas, and names which were stolen from us. Modern Russian museums are full of priceless historical artifacts taken out of Ukraine and marked as Russian. Russia is misinformation. Russia is a manipulation. Russia is fake. Russia is a special operation. Russia is a thief, a rapist, and a mass murderer. Know this, and know it as well as we Ukrainians do.